Hi guys, welcome back to SQL Guys channel. In this video we will learn how to create table with primary key constraint. So primary key can be defined on single field or combination of fields. First we'll learn how to create on a single field. Create create table and table name customers and write the column names customer ID, data type as int, and here we are going to mention the primary key. So on other columns customer name, so I'll give varchar of 30. So then email varchar of 30, address varchar of 50, phone number care of 10, comma, country varchar of 20. Close the parenthesis, colon, semicolon, and let's run this statement. So it is successful. Let's refresh the schema to see the table. So the customer table is created. So if you have identified any column while creating a table as primary key, so there are some rules to be followed. The first rule is primary key cannot contain null values. So what does it mean? It means you cannot insert null values into the column that is being identified as primary key. Let us try giving a null value and see the error. Write insert into statement to add data to the table. Insert into customers. So I'm going to give null as a customer ID. So I'm not going to take customer ID. I'll just start writing customer name and email. So the values, give it in a double quote. Harsha, email address abc@123.com. Okay. Yeah, let's run this query and see the error. The error it's giving is customer ID doesn't have a default value. So it is saying that this primary key should contain some value. So let us try to insert null. So I'll give customer ID and I'll try to insert null. So now the error is column customer ID cannot contain null. So that is the one condition. So the next rule is a table can contain only one primary key, but it can contain combination of multiple fields. So let us try to give two columns as primary key separately. Let me copy this code. So I'll give customers to table name. So I will define customer name also as the primary key. Let's run this statement. So it's giving an error saying multiple primary key defined. So we cannot have two primary keys in a single table. That's another rule. And third one is primary key column should contain unique values. It means that you cannot repeat a value two times for one column when this column is identified as a primary key. Let me insert 100 as the customer ID two times, the same value. So if you see, we have the error here saying duplicate entry 100 for key column primary key. Next we will see how to create primary key on combination of fields. So we can define a primary key on two fields like this. So let me copy this code. So we are defining primary key here on customer ID and customer name. So in this example, customer ID or customer name can have unique duplicate values, but the combination of customer ID and customer name should be unique. So let's run this query, give a different name, customers. I'll give customers table 3. So there is some syntax error. So make sure you are giving comma after writing all the columns. Run the query. Yes, the table is now created. Customers 3. Okay. So let's try to insert the data. Insert into customers 3. Customer ID, customer values. So 100, Harsha. Let us try inserting the duplicate values first and see the error. So here it's saying duplicate entry, the combination 100 hyphen Harsha. So we'll give some different name. Henry. So the 100 is repeated, I mean duplicate table. Let's enter the data. Yes, the two rows are affected. Next we'll see how to add constraint name. So what is the need to add a constraint name? So if you have constraint name, it is easy to identify the error messages generated. When you run a query, it violates a constraint, then the error message you will have the constraint name, so that you can easily identify. So another advantage is when you want to modify a constraint, you want to add another column to the constraint, or you want to change something in the constraint, then it is easy to refer the constraint with the name. So to add constraint name, just give the keyword constraint and the constraint name. So you should give some meaningful name here. Constraint, I'm going to give it to the customer, and that I'll say PK, so that I can identify it as primary key. Okay, let me give the name as customers 4. Let's run the query. It is successful. While creating a table, you have forgotten to add primary key constraint. In such cases, you can alter the table by using the alter table statement. Alter table customers, add primary key customer ID. So I hope you find this video useful. Please do subscribe. Thank you.